Have you ever looked at your wardrobe and wished you could design exactly what it is that you want to wear? This video might be for you because I'm going to be breaking the myths on 3 specific barriers that are stopping you, and I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks on how to overcome them. My name is Alexandra. I'm a professional fashion designer, pattern cutter, and creative consultant who has helped hundreds of sewists move from shop-bought patterns into designing their dream wardrobe. And in today's video, I am breaking down the 3 barriers that keep most people stuck and how to overcome them for you to be the exception. By the end of the video, you're going to have an easy to follow framework so that you can get started designing your first piece. Now, the first barrier is the belief, the widespread belief that you're not creative enough. And let me just start by telling you that creativity is a skill you can 100% develop. It's not necessarily something you are born with. Design isn't actually about pulling ideas out of thin air. It's a formula. This is something we cover inside our 3-day design challenge, so I'll leave the link for that down below if you wanted to check it out. But simply put, it is silhouette plus details plus fabric equals design. So the moment we can start to formulate and apply a logical process to creativity, the conceptual thinking outside of the box that actually leads to overwhelm and self-doubt soon becomes a thing of the past. And that's it. Follow the formula. You're not starting with a blank canvas. You're making choices within this framework. Now, here's a simple exercise that is going to prove that you can design. Take a basic t-shirt. Now change just one element. Change the neckline from a crew neck to a V-neck. Congratulations, you've just designed something. Change the sleeve length. That's also design. Add a pocket. That's also design. I know it might sound like I'm cheating you out of this big secret idea into being a designer, but I promise you it is that simple. And once you start to explore this and build your confidence, that's when your skill as a designer will develop, and your confidence to make more elaborate changes, shall we say, will lead to more elaborate designs. But all it is building blocks of creative confidence. Now, most people think that designing is creating something from a blank canvas that has absolutely never been done before. But professional designers, more often than not, take existing concepts and they tweak them. They tweak them to fit their voice and their aesthetic as a designer. Now, inside our design challenge, we don't actually use garments as a point of reference. There's skills and tips and tricks that I hold your hand throughout for you to tap into your authentic voice as a designer, and we absolutely don't plagiarize. However, in the industry, we constantly reference and make modifications. That's the secret. It's the nature of the game. And so to give you an action step right now, I would like you to pick one item from your wardrobe, and whether you choose to try and sketch that and visually communicate it, or simply write down and describe it, try and think of one modification you would make. You've just designed something, whether that is changing the color, the textile, or the pocket placement, or the sleeve length. You have just become a designer. Now, the second barrier is overwhelm. I see this all the time. People want to get started designing their wardrobe, and then there's too many choices. What garment do you pick first? What season do you design for? What about your lifestyle or your body might have changed? Take a breath. Let's slow that down, okay? Here's the solution. Don't design for your entire wardrobe. Design for one specific need first. I call this the capsule approach. So again, we're going to have another formula here. We're going to have another actionable step-by-step process. Use this framework: occasion, function, style, sketch. Let me give you an example. Your occasion might be, I need something for a summer garden party or an event in your calendar that's coming up. The function is that it needs to be comfortable and allow you to move easily in maybe a hot climate. The style is personal to you. You might love vintage florals or fit and flare silhouettes. Now, the sketch is to bring that all together. So you might have a sleeveless dress with a fitted bodice and a full skirt. Can you see how we've just narrowed that down? In our 3-day design challenge, I give you that level of creative brief. I offer a parameter for you to go ahead and design. You absolutely make it your own. You do what you want with it. And I'm there every step of the way because I design real time alongside you. But this is essentially giving yourself a creative brief. So if you follow this framework, I promise you, it's going to reduce the overwhelm because you're actually giving yourself parameters to design within. And I promise that is a lot easier. You've gone from designing a dress to designing a comfortable vintage-inspired summer dress for garden parties. And that really helps you gain clarity on what it is you are trying to put down on paper. It's specific enough to make decisions, but it's flexible enough to allow you to be creative. And that's exactly what our creative briefs are like inside our design challenge. For example, previous briefs have included designing a sportswear look inspired by a famous landmark. And if you're thinking, Al, how do I get from point A to point B? It feels like you've done an absolute leap there. Then why not come and join us for the next challenge? I'll link it down below. They are good fun. And I am there every step of the way designing alongside you. So your action step for this barrier is to write down one specific need you have in your wardrobe right now. Be as specific as possible. You don't even have to sketch anything. Just use this as a journaling prompt. What service does it need to fulfill? Where do you need to wear it to? How do you want to feel? And what does it need to do? Now, the final barrier I'm going to cover in this video is the fear that your ideas won't translate to reality. What you picture in your head won't actually look good on your body once you kind of make it the real thing. And this is really sad because it stops people before they even begin. They think, what if I design something and it just looks terrible when I make it? Here's what you need to understand. The first version is always a test. Professional designers make samples, they make toiles, they make amendments at that stage. Even when you are drafting up something as a prototype garment, you can move a pocket placement around, you can add silhouette to the sleeve, you can scale something up and down. The first version is always a test. It is not set in stone. What you sketch down or your initial idea is never the final version. You have so many rounds of reiterations and amendments, and I'm such a heavy believer in understanding how to fall in love with a process that is unique as you are, rather than just fixating on the result. The moment you can enjoy the creative process, you can really unlock such an exciting world of creativity by not getting hung up and beating yourself up on the final result when it hasn't necessarily worked out how you'd like it to. There is lessons to be learned at every stage of fashion design. And here's the other thing, try to design within your skill level. This is all about building stepping stones towards creative confidence. So if you are a beginner sewist and you want to design a tailored jacket with a contrast lining and 2 welt pockets, this is the kind of project that will probably throw up quite a few hurdles for you, and worst case scenario will actually put you off. You'll feel frustrated that you can't achieve the results you are after. So instead, why not start with a small modification, and over time, as you exercise your creativity and your confidence across the skill set of pattern design, construction, fitting amendments, and fashion grow, you'll be able to create that tailored jacket before you know it. But just start small and speak to yourself kindly. Ultimately, a simple design that you actually wear is going to be worth tenfold in comparison to a statement design that sits unworn in your wardrobe. Start simple, wear it, learn from it, and then level up. And this isn't even alluding to the fact that we should all have basics in our wardrobe so that it helps us pair the statement pieces with them, allowing us to curate outfits and avoid that I have nothing to wear feeling. Because that's what happens. We have too many statement pieces that clash, and then you can't put an outfit together, and then you feel like you have nothing to wear. So starting simple is actually the strongest thing you can do for the most use of your wardrobe. Now, your action step for this barrier is to choose a pattern that you've already proven. You've sewn it up, it works in your wardrobe. This is almost going to become a block or a foundation design for you to start leveling up and tweaking and changing into more elaborate ideas. So your first designs could be modifications of this proven pattern. And so there we have it, the 3 barriers that are keeping most people stuck from designing their dream wardrobes and how you can overcome them. You don't lack creativity, you're not underqualified, and you definitely don't need to wait until you're ready. Remember that designers aren't born, they are made through practice, just like any skill. Start with one small modification and build from there. And if you want help actually turning those designs into patterns, I've got a video for that, so I'll link it in the caption down below. So I hope you found this video helpful in unleashing your inner designer and creating clothes that you actually want to wear. I really hope that I can see you in January's 3-day design challenge, but in the meantime, why not click the subscribe button for extra tips and tricks? Now go and design something amazing. For now, stay safe, keep creative, and I will catch you on the flip side.